Then add half a cup of marinara sauce.
Half a cup of
marinara sauce
that you add in there? This is crazy, guys.
The flour in this is a great thickener and it makes
But please, it's like a doña sauce. Get thickener. You don't need the thickener in the sauce. What's that? Look at that.
delicious.
Oh my God. You got milk in there. You need some Cocoa Pops and some Frosties. And then that's how you make it nice.
And then sprinkle.
What is wrong with the marinara sauce? You could have used a larger amount of marinara and just use that.
And a third of a cup of grated Parmesan.
Okay, that's shredded mozzarella from the supermarket. And it's not Parmigiana, it's Parmigiano. Eggplant Parmigiana, known as eggplant parmesan, is one of my favorite dishes on the planet. I love it so much. You don't understand how much I love it. Now, Everyday Food is a popular American channel, and I hope they make it the right way. Let's see how Americans make eggplant parmigiana.
Today's recipe has two things going for it. First of all, it's lighter than the original. Second,
Lighter than the original. I don't be worried about that. When you have eggplant parmigiana, you don't look at calories, diet, okay? Frying eggplants is the only way.
second of all, I think it's much easier and simpler than the original.
Whoa, she said.
I think it's much easier and simpler than the original.
Okay, easier and simpler. Okay, maybe I can see you baking it. But is it better? Is it tastier? You know?
It's a baked eggplant.
No, doesn't look good to me, sorry. It looks like you just put eggplant together with cheese and sauce. Sorry, it's not just eggplant parmigiana. It's got a process. But let's go through this together.
Parmesan. You want to start
Parmesan.
off by slicing an eggplant into half-inch rounds. The eggplant should be
Half in rounds. Okay, she chose the round. I like to do long and definitely make it thinner than that. Make it thinner than that because you want them to be crunchy. It's not a steak, you know, you want to do lots of layers. You don't want to do 2 layers. I like to do at least 4 or 5 layers. My recipe is coming out. I've got a recipe from my mom. I've actually made a better recipe. Don't tell my mom, which I'm about to share with you. But this is a bit too thick for me. But it's preference, you know, that's your choice. But I prefer to do lots of layers like lasagna.
about 2 pounds, so kind of largish eggplant. If you have
Also, 1 eggplant is not enough. I mean, that's a large eggplant, but you need at least, for a casserole that size, 2.5 kilos, at least.
really small ones, you can always get 2. And then what you're going to do is very lightly brush it with oil and bake it at 450 degrees until it's tender.
All right, what about removing the acidity, like the water? You don't have to do it, but it's details, guys, details. It's not a big job. You just need to put some salt on top and let the water out of the eggplants, because eggplants have water in it.
Normal eggplant parmesan, you have to dip them in egg and flour and breadcrumbs and then
Excuse me, where do you get that thing? You fry it, you do not need breadcrumbs, you don't need eggs. Some people use it, okay, but you don't have to. Definitely not breadcrumbs.
you fry them, and not only is it higher in fat, but
It's good.
it also takes a long time. And this
Well, you don't need this every day, okay? So what I suggest is make maybe 2 trays, freeze one and cook one. Or freeze both of them and cook it whenever you want. You can freeze it. I've got some in my freezer. When I'm hungry, when I've got someone coming over, put it in the oven for 1 hour, and I'm done.
one is very simple. It might not take that much less time, but it's
Yeah, but is it the same thing? You understand? I'm sure it's nice, but
a lot less work because you just put it in the oven. Arrange them in a single layer on 2 baking sheets. I've just drizzled this baking sheet with a little
yeah, no, you need to remove the water, guys. You need to remove the water from the eggplants when you do this.
bit of oil.
Guys, if you watch my mom's video, eggplant parmigiana, or my video when I make it, you basically put salt on each slice of eggplant and get the water out. So you need to put the eggplants in a colander so the water will get out of it.
Sort of spread them out so there's plenty of room around them.
Let me see, I don't understand. I really don't understand this process, I'm sorry. I don't get it.
You like my oiling method where I'm using the eggplant to oil the baking sheet? Clever, huh?
I don't get it. I mean, you're doing something else. Definitely not eggplant parmigiana.
And then very lightly brush the eggplant with olive oil. You can use as little as 1 tablespoon.
I see this as too much work, to be honest, because eggplant parmigiana, you need to remove the water from the eggplants. Then basically you fry them. I like to cut them in flour and then fry them. You don't have to. I don't think my mom does that. Some people like to use eggs and flour, heavier. And then once it's done, you put it in a casserole with the tomato sauce and the cheese. Very easy. This process is taking a long time already.
But that's very, very little.
And there's lots of oil, so I understand.
I might use up to 2 tablespoons. The thing about eggplant is it has to be really properly cooked, otherwise it's really almost inedible. So make
Yeah, you don't want that mushy, raw part in the middle.
sure that when you do this, you get a nice coating of oil. I'm gonna do both sides. And then
Look, what she's making now, to me, looks like what my mom used to make when I was a little kid. Basically, it's slices of eggplant, do that, and then you put tomato sauce on top and mozzarella and bake it, and that's called eggplant pizza. That's something you do for kids, right? But yeah, that's what she's making, I think.
roast it until it's very tender but not falling apart. That'll probably take about 25 minutes in a 450 degree oven. You would be surprised at how much oil eggplant can absorb, and frying it makes it absorb even more.
Some people use the egg, which means if you use the egg, not much oil will go inside the eggplant, but I use flour. And to be honest, they're crunchy, but they're oily. I don't make it too oily. No, my mom doesn't use flour, she just fries them. They're no oil at all. I don't know how she does it.
So I'm trying to be very light, but I've used about 2 tablespoons, I think.
I think you use more oil than my mom or me use.
Season with salt and pepper. My New Year's resolution is to go a little bit lighter on the salt. I'm not doing that well.
I agree with that. You use a lot, but you don't need a lot of salt in life, guys. You don't need a lot of salt. You need 2 quality ingredients. A good tomato sauce and a good pecorino cheese or parmigiano could be your natural salt. Pecorino. Pecorino is salty. You don't need more salt.
I'm doing it for you though, because I love salt. But you guys seem to think I over salt. Why? All right, pepper. And then 450 degrees, flipping the eggplant once, about 25 minutes.
I think it's too much work. I think it's just a step you don't have to. No, sorry. I need the eggplant to make love together in a casserole.
Now for the sauce, you're making a little bit of a pink.
Sorry, but you know, baking eggplant is not the same thing. Like fried is fried. I mean, can you have fried calamari but baked in the oven or fried? Fried calamari tastes a lot better. Fried eggplants in the eggplant parmigiana taste a lot better.
Pink sauce. So combine in a small saucepan, but not on the heat, 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour.
But what is she doing here? What is she doing?
And a 1/4 cup of milk, just to whisk.
What's this got to do with eggplant parmigiana? I'm sorry. You need to make a nice basil sugo, a nice basil sauce. That's all you have to do. Okay? There is no bechamel in eggplant parmigiana. It's not a lasagna. Okay? Please don't confuse. Don't confuse the recipes. Okay?
Those 2 things together. The rest of the milk will get used. It's 3/4 of a cup total. Whisk them together so they're smooth. Well, so there are no lumps in the flour, I guess is what I should.
I don't want bechamel in eggplant parmigiana. I don't.
Add 2 small or 1 large clove of garlic.
What do you need garlic in bechamel for? Sorry, but first you say to me you want to make it lighter, and I'm using bechamel, which is heavy. Bechamel is beautiful. I love it. But it's heavy. If you fry the eggplants doing the right way, you enjoy it more with a nice sugo and pecorino and mozzarella. The bechamel makes it heavy, and you don't need it. It doesn't belong to eggplant parmigiana.
Pressed through a garlic press, or you can get a very, very fine mince.
I love doing that. I love doing the pressing of the garlic because it releases the beautiful flavors. You can chop it, do whatever you want, but garlic crusher, it's worth buying it.
You know I like my garlic press though.
Me too.
Then add 1/2 cup of marinara sauce.
Half a cup of
Marinara sauce.
that you add in there? This is crazy, guys. I've never seen something like this, but I don't understand. I mean, she must be in USA. I don't understand what you guys eat in USA or what you've been introduced to. Do not tell me this is nice, our own recipe. This is not a recipe. This is no eggplant parmigiana. I'm sorry. What's this? This is bad. This is full of fat, by the way. This is bad. Sorry. I don't know how you guys eat, but this makes me angry. I'm not motivated now to come to USA and have eggplant parmigiana. I'm sorry. Such a beautiful dish. One of my favorite that you ruined just like that.
You can use our great 15-minute.
Please do not tell me you like this, okay? Please try to understand what I'm trying to say to you here. Try the real thing. Try my mom's one. I've got the video on my YouTube channel. Try my one. It's coming soon. You will love it. Yeah, of course it takes about an hour, 2 hours to do it, but it's fun. Put the music on, open a bottle of wine, play with your kids, with your partner, make love in the kitchen, you know, have fun.
Marinara or buy a bottled sauce. Save a half.
Buy a bottled sauce for eggplant parmigiana. Mannaggia la miseria. You have a YouTube channel. People follow you from around the world. Make your own sauce. All you need is peeled tomatoes, some onion, some carrots, basil, and salt and pepper. That's all you need. And extra virgin olive oil. Make it your own. Go and watch my video how to make the best Italian tomato pasta sauce.
A cup, so you need a cup total for the recipe.
Look at her. She didn't use the whole thing.
And then the remaining milk. It's low-fat milk.
Oh, low fat, yeah, low fat milk. This is funny, this is ridiculous. She used like kilos of salt. Then she said it's gonna be light. And then she used milk and flour she didn't even make the bechamel right, because you need butter for the bechamel anyway. She didn't do it. So I don't know what the milk is for.
Whisk that together and then
Can't believe she made milk with tomato sauce. She had marinara sauce and milk. Oh, I can't wait to release my cookbook. I can't wait.
put the heat on. And you want to cook this until the flour thickens the whole mixture just a little bit.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All my ears are listening. Unbelievable. This is how you ruin an eggplant parmigiana.
That'll take a couple minutes after it comes to a boil. I whisked together the milk and the flour first so that there were no lumps. If I added all the liquid all at once, it would have been really
I
difficult.
don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't care. You ruined the sauce. You ruined the marinara sauce. I hope it was from a jar from the supermarket.
To make this mixture smooth. The flour has a tendency to clump in liquid. When your sauce is thickened and the
Don't you focus on eggplant parmigiana. You're focusing here. You're making, I don't know what you're making.
eggplant is cooked, you're ready to assemble your eggplant parm. So take your creamy sauce and your regular marinara.
It would have been a lot better if you added cream in the sugo, in the soup. I don't use cream, but of course you can use it. I would have been a lot better for you to use cream. What you've done here, it's disgusting.
And then get your eggplant. Now assemble them. So the
The casserole needs at least 2 kilos of eggplant. At least.
half cup of marinara that you reserved, put half of it or a quarter cup in the bottom of a 2-quart baking dish. Spread it out.
It's like counting, oh, I'm counting the amount I'm using. Be generous when you cook, guys. Don't count every single gram. Just be generous. Look at that, that's not enough. Just go, put more sauce. Don't count how much sauce you use.
Out a little bit. It's not very much, so it's
I
not
can see.
going to be a huge layer. And then layer your eggplant. You're making little eggplant stacks.
You don't have enough eggplant slices.
Probably about, I don't know, 8 stacks.
See, in this case, what I would have done, I would have made towers. Not a fan of that, to be honest. Use a smaller casserole, make towers of eggplant. So do 1 eggplant, then you put tomato, and you put pecorino, you put mozzarella, basil, if you like, and then you put another slice on top and do towers of eggplant parmigiana. This, it's useless.
2 or 3 high. So start with kind of the bigger ones if you have bigger ones. Then put a little bit of that pink sauce on.
It's like I say, I want to make a beautiful smoked brisket, but I completely change the recipe and I cook the brisket in half an hour. Is it the same thing? No. The brisket needs to be cooked for 13, 14, 15, 16 hours to be able to enjoy it. And that's when you enjoy it, okay? Eggplant parmigiana needs to be done the right way to enjoy it. There is no such thing like a lighter eggplant parmigiana. And there is no such thing like milk in marinara sauce.
On top, the flour in this is a great thickener and it makes
Now
it.
please, it's like a doña sauce. You get thickener. You don't need the thickener in the sauce. What's that? Look at that. Look at that. Doesn't look like a sauce. I don't know. How do you guys eat? How do you eat? You got marinara sauce at the bottom, and you got this lump of, I don't know, milk and thickener. I don't know what to say. I don't know why I'm watching this.
Kind of like a tomatoey bechamel, I guess.
Ma per favore, you didn't even make bechamel. Bechamel has no garlic. Bechamel needs butter. You didn't make the right process, bechamel.
Kind of like when you're
Go and watch how to make bechamel. I've got a great video on my channel. Vincenzo's plate bechamel. See, easy.
making lasagna. And because
No, this is not lasagna. I do not mention lasagna.
it's low-fat milk, it stands in
Oh, it's low-fat milk, so it's gonna be lighter. Just put cheese in, please. Put pecorino.
for some of the cheese and other fattening stuff that would normally be in an eggplant parm. Then
Oh
another
my gosh, she's putting more. Put pecorino and mozzarella, real mozzarella. And then you put the other layer on top. You need cheese on each layer and basil.
layer of eggplant, then more of the pink sauce, and then the rest of the marinara.
See what she's doing is she only did like 2 layers. Do more. Anyway, it's wrong. All the ingredients are wrong, but do more. Stack it in 4 or 5. Do 2 or 3 towers with the ingredients you have. Maybe you can get 3 towers out of it. Do at least 4 layers of each tower.
Marinara goes on top of that. This gets cooked again in the top of your oven until it gets really
I can't believe it.
nice and bubbly and
Nice.
delicious.
Oh my god. You got milk in there, you need some Cocoa Cups and some Frosties. And then that's how you make it nice.
And still lower in fat.
Oh yeah, Lauren, fast, you keep going.
Everything good for a new year.
No. New year, good food. New resolution, eat only good food, please.
With the remaining marinara.
Look at that mix. Why would you mix the sauces? So bad. Use the same sauce.
And then sprinkle
What is wrong with the marinara sauce? You could have used a larger amount of marinara and just use that. Why do you have to do the milk process and flour?
with some grated low-fat mozzarella cheese, about a half cup, and a third of a cup of grated Parmesan.
Okay, that's shredded mozzarella from the supermarket, and it's not Parmigiana, it's Parmigiano.
And believe it or not, you're saving a lot of layers of cheese because of that nice pre-thickened sauce, so a third of a cup isn't really that much.
Excuse me, the pre-thickened sauce is like the dolmio sauce. Okay, it's like Prego or whatever you got in USA, ragu.
For 4 servings. And Parmesan has tons of flavor and not a ton of fat by volume, so it's an excellent choice.
This is the amount of cheese you use, that should be done in every layer. But you don't have layers, do you? No.
Of cheese. Bake it at 450 until bubbling and golden on top, about 10 to 15 minutes. Let it sit for a couple of minutes if you can wait. It's lighter and easier and just as delicious.
No, please don't say that. Don't sell me this. Okay, this is one of my favorite dishes. Do not say that. As delicious. As delicious as what? Doesn't look like eggplant parmigiana. It's mistakes in every step. In every step. In every single step there is a mistake, okay? Understand you want to make it lighter and bake it. It's been done before. Lots of people like to bake it. They don't like to fry it. I understand. You can still bake it, okay? But you need more eggplants. And you need to do the layers the right way. Go and watch my mom's video. In my mom's video, I added cheese on top at the end. I don't know why I did that. Don't put cheese on top. Otherwise, go and watch my video, which is coming out very soon. Or maybe it's already out by the time you watch this video. I can change your life. Seriously. Guys, I know you're interested in this. You have a nice face. You're a very nice person. I can tell from your smile. But please, pay a visit to Italy. Go to Naples. Try eggplant parmigiana. They even serve eggplant parmigiana in a sandwich in Naples or in Rome. Or you can go and see me, and I'll teach you how to do it. We'll be more than happy to make it for you and eat it together, because I love doing this and I love eggplant parmigiana. If I can eat it every day, I would, but we have to watch the diet. Guys, what do you think of this? What's your favorite dish? Is eggplant parmigiana on your top 5 favorite dishes? Let me know. Please, let me know what you think of this recipe. Tell me if you made this and tell me if you liked it, because if you did like it, we need to have a face-to-face conversation. Please call me, email me, get in touch with me, we need to talk. I need to help you, because this is bad, okay? This is nothing like eggplant parmigiana. This is an American eggplant parmesan, not creative dish, okay? So, see you soon on eggplant parmigiana Vincenzo's Plate video. Thank you so much, e ora si mangia Vincenzo's Plate.